Hey guys, how's it going? Matt from Foulball Productions here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you're doing well. I am doing phenomenally. Thank you so much. It's the triumphant return of the Culture Crime Fighters. We're back.
We're back.
Fights
It's been a long time.
Yes, it has been. Yes, it has been. You know me. I'm Matt from Foulball Productions, and my partner in Culture Crime Fighting, Mr.
Vigilante Wiz here on the 26th episode of the Culture Crime Fighters. And I actually messed that up recently, my intro.
No way.
That's why it was actually streaming with 24 and Fat Steven, and I totally botched the intro. If I don't stream enough, those skills, it's like you don't use it, you lose it. So I fucked it up. But I didn't fuck it up there. And I appreciate you guys being here.
You're not kidding, dude. I did that solo stream yesterday. I haven't done a solo stream in a while. I was rusty. Rusty. Yeah, I did not feel entirely comfortable doing that, and it has been a while. So it is a muscle that needs to be flexed. Yeah. Hi, sentient dildo.
Yeah. Hey, sentient. All you fucking with stream elements, sending us dots. We appreciate you though. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, it's a quiet show thus far.
I think because unfortunately Gary is like right in the middle of his birthday stream.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I just saw him. Oh, Jesus. We're not going to have.
That's going to be a little difficult. That's going to be a little difficult to compete with.
Hopefully the playback game is strong with this episode. So if you're watching this on playback, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, whatever. I mean, we always go back to the days where no one was watching. So the fact that anyone's watching, even if it's sentient dildo, it's okay with me.
So I guess we're your private dancers for money. Sentient dildo, just us for you.
Just us for you. It's like a private stream.
Yeah. Look at you.
You're welcome. I didn't know. I didn't get a notification about Gary's birthday stream.
Because he has Az and Mahler.
It's not even on my homepage, which everything Gary does is on my home. That's crazy.
Could be
how long they've been
that
going
old
for?
shadow ban.
He just started.
They just started.
Christ's sake. And it's Mahler and Az for Gary's birthday. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we're gonna
all right, we quit. That's it. We're not doing it. Later. We'll go make funny comments in their chat. That's all I got.
Yeah, we're gonna get killed in the ratings when it comes down to it.
That's sad.
Wait a second. If Culture Casino's able to get 27 people on his channel, we can get people. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, we'll clip it out and we'll grow these numbers.
Yeah.
But hey, brother.
Also, I was going to say, also helps when they actually show us on the stream because they don't always do that. But hey, how are you? I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, it's okay. I'm doing pretty well, my friend. Just getting reacclimated to life because Vegas was so intense, such a whirlwind, and so much goddamn fun. Yeah, it was really dope.
It looked cool. Looked pretty cool.
It was pretty cool, my friend. The meetup was something else. Gary just hooked it up at this place called the Millennium Fandom Bar, and it was a really cool venue. Like lots of great nerd stuff. I'm uploading some pictures right now, so we'll be able to take a look at a few. Thank you, Sentient Dildo. He's the only loyal one. Bunch of traitors. I'm with you. I wonder if maybe I did do some pretty heavy coof talk yesterday. I wonder if maybe I'm getting shadow banned. It could be.
Yeah. Could be. I've been talking about it too because it's just so crazy. Not saying we go in touch with this show. We might not,
but they did give me they did give me what's it called, like a review, like a manual review of whether it should be monetized or not. You know. So man, they went over it and they're like, "Oh boy, he's not repeating what you're supposed to repeat."
Man, that's a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah,
whole nother can of worms. The fucking cool shit. It's pissing me off, but
yeah, I don't know. I was pretty annoyed. Like, I don't know. Like, it's weird. Like, the governor here in Texas just got it. Hey, the Islington girl, hail! Thank you so much. Right on.
Appreciate it.
They say you only need 1,000 true fans, and we just need 998 more.
There we go.
We'll be fine.
We're almost there.
Thanks for joining us, Islington girl. Yeah, apparently the governor Abbott of Texas just got the coof. And I think a lot of people are like, because he's like putting up all these restrictions. But thing is, he got the jab.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
So what about that? And I wish somebody would acknowledge that when all these fucking regulations about how many people that's happened to.
Isn't that's pretty weird? I mean, like it almost. I don't think this helps their cause as much as they think it does. I think it actually
No,
hurts their cause.
I do too, and I really wish, but here's the thing, and here's why it still does. They'll just not report the fact that he got just jabbed. That's all they'll do, because they always shade things and lie and act disingenuous. They don't report the complications that come from it already.
Yeah, I mean, or they don't comment on it because so many people just read a headline and then that becomes the news. You know,
True.
they don't really do much else. Oh, look, the Islington girl said she got notification for this, so she doesn't think it's shadow banned. Oh, okay. People just saw it and they're like, nah.
Like, fuck you.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, man.
This isn't that interesting.
Man of War's coming. See?
Hell.
They're funneling in.
I got to hang out with Man of War.
Yeah.
Back in Vegas.
Awesome, man. Cool. Shout out to Man of War. Didn't you hang out with him last year when you guys kind of impromptu or whatever? Like there was the meetup was canceled. You still went?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh. Yeah, he got married there, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Cool.
Met his lovely bride. She's from the East Coast like I am. So cool. She's got similar vibe. But they're great, really great people. But I didn't know Man of War. Like he didn't come in the chat. I mean, I just knew him as a commenter on Gary, just like a member of Gary's channel. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Man of War, neighbor, the beast.
Hell.
Your neighbor's kicking a lot of shit up the past couple of weeks, man. Tell them to pipe down.
Ascension Dildo says, told you long ago that the vax doesn't prevent people from getting it or spreading it, but Vig called it Croatian information.
Yeah.
How's that?
Well, I don't remember that, so I'm gonna have to plead the fifth on that one. But I will say this: it's like this. We're not medical professionals, but we're not saying anything that's medically untrue either. So there's that.
I don't know. I don't know anything. It's like the stage 5 thing is really starting to fuck me over at my job. Like we're really slow and people aren't coming in, and it's like, but now it's not like a lockdown situation where I'm going to get free money from the government. So I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like I'm just like, oh boy, I hope this blows over. You know?
Jeez.
Yeah. Now there's this. Yeah, and there's like this kind of cold war between the governor and like different school districts and stuff like that who are, they want to fight back against like the because I guess Abbott said you can't mandate that people have to wear masks. You can't, or you get fined. And some school districts are just straight up taking the fines. They're just like, fuck it. She's just like, Jesus, this is just so intense, man. I thought we were on the other side of this fucking thing.
Well, that will never happen, unfortunately, because that's not by design. But one thing I will say, and not to be too can of worms, I'm not sure I'm as a private business guy. I'm not sure with that if I'm cool with that either. Schools is one thing. Schools, that's state. But if you're a private business and you want to do that, I'm kind of for that. I mean, I don't agree with it. I would not go to that business, but just on principle.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're a private business. I don't like mandates either other way, even if I agree with the concept. It's like, on principle, I'm not cool with that. But schools, your taxpayer dollars, so that's a different can of worms.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a complicated thing, I guess. But I mean, for a school, like, why can't that just be up to the individual? Why can't the individual just decide and the parents decide? Like, why does it have to be a mandate school wide? Like, that's I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get that either. Well, because fuck your freedoms, according to the Terminator.
That's right. Fuck your freedoms.
Because you as an individual don't matter. Do as we say, even if it doesn't work. Just do as we say. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's talk about something else. This coof shit is just such a fucking drag, man.
Yeah.
It bums me out. Like I was doing it yesterday talking about like what Schwarzenegger's comments were, and I was like, I can't do this. It's too depressing.
Yeah, it pissed me. I was the same way. Not even talking about his comments. Just the other week I was talking to my sister who's a medical professional, and actually I heard something similar off of Young Rip, I believe, today. So the place that she works, not the place, the network she works for is willing to lose 30 to 40% of their staff, even though they're understaffed, just for this jab mandate.
Wow.
And apparently they're not the only one. That's becoming a thing.
No, apparently there's a rumor that some Hollywood union, I don't know if you saw that on Batting in the Comments.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
and
like,
that was weird. If I remember, the union wanted it, but the actual members of the union did not, and they were willing to walk off on it.
yeah, it's pretty baller.
Which, shout out to them.
Shouts to them indeed.
Fucking corrupt ass unions. See, that's the issue with unions. They in principle they sound perfect, but they actually have to
That's
do their
right.
fucking job and represent their constituents and not just be a bunch of shitheads. Looking at you, teachers union. But
Well,
yeah,
the thing that's frustrating is that like it's like I don't know. I like because now like I'm listening to Thomas Sowell's book right now. I'm listening to Black Rednecks and White Liberals, which is
cool.
a fucking awesome book. So, but it's like making me rethink all the history that I was taught. But I was just about to say the history that I was taught was that like it was necessary, like unions, because of all those kind of robber barons and just how brutal life used to be without like any kind of protection. Like if you lost your arm, you lost your job, and that was it.
True.
Oh, hey,
Very
Jack of all
true.
Casuals is here. Hey, brother.
Hey, see, people
How you
are
doing?
starting to funnel in.
Yeah, I
Funnel in.
met Jack of all Casuals in
Oh, cool.
the Millennium Fandom Bar. Yeah,
Shout out to
dude.
everyone you met in Vegas.
Yeah, hell. But yeah, so that's the rub. But then they become so overpowered, and it's much like what Thomas Sowell talks about, where it's like these sort of well-intentioned things, like welfare or whatever. Like they don't ever, what's the word? They don't ever
Pay off
or consider they don't reassess when the implications or the outcomes are shitty. Like they don't say, oh, this isn't working, so we need to readjust things. Just like no, more and more unions are good all across the board. And it's like no.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things. So hashes on or harps on. It's just like, hey, they don't let information get in the way of their stories or their politics or what they want to do or their procedures. They outright ignore it, and sometimes, like we said with other things, suppress the information because it doesn't fit their narrative, and then they keep pushing and essentially make things worse.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that was what was so interesting. So this whole I don't know if you've read this Thomas Sowell book.
I haven't read that one,
dude. It's free on Audible if you have an Audible account.
cool.
But it's so interesting. It goes into like the history of this culture or whatever, and it's like this redneck culture that comes from like the Celtic outliers and English outliers that ended up settling in the South, and like he details like these things, and it's like whoa, like a lot of it's like mirrored in like hip hop and stuff like that. It's just sort of values that are like really kind of outrageous, but what it does, like what he was postulating or what he was saying or suggesting is that typically this type of like behavior would be eventually like the positives you got out of it would like the negatives would outweigh the positives, and eventually you would change your culture and evolve, right? But he says that all the like liberal policies, the white liberal policies, kind of coddle this, make excuses for it, and then perpetuate it with their social programs and stuff like that, where normally this would just sort of be like bred out, if you will, and it's just not. Like it's maintaining the status quo because of all these numerous reasons. And I was like, that is fucking fascinating.
I kind of agree with that. I agree with it.
It makes sense to me. I'd never thought about it like that, though.
Me neither.
But yeah, like, damn, yeah. Oh, I think I got some pictures up on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
let's see stuff in Vegas.
Okay. Oh wait, it's taking a second. They got to process. All right, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna try to show some of Matt's pictures in Vegas. There's one in particular. I'm not sure of you and another YouTuber, and I was shocked about how much larger you were than them, because they don't look particularly that small. And then you're like,
"Oh, who are we?"
I mean, it looks kind of small, but not like that small. I'm not sure if it's because you're like this diesel, like chiseled out of, like.
I'm fucking brolic, bro.
Yeah, this is it. You and Ryan Cannell, and I'm like, Ryan Cannell looks pretty like in shape, and you just look like you're just dwarfing him. I'm like, what the hell? Like you took the super soldier serum and he didn't. He just tried. It's just like, what in the hell?
I think I'm a good few inches taller than him.
Yeah,
he's in very good shape. He's not hugely tall. I think he's maybe about here. Yeah.
See.
But I'll tell you what, Ryan Cannell was a mensch. He was a very cool guy. Like, he talked about a lot of things, and he talked about some stuff like that I can't talk about on the air, but it was like really insightful and like generous that he shared it with me. And like I just kind of gained like a new respect, like another level of respect for these guys, and like how professional they are and how much they really genuinely give a shit about what they do and like their values therein. Yeah. And it was dope. And he was fucking cool as shit to hang out with.
Cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan Canal. I'm joking, but he's been nothing but cool to me. And he's actually been in my chat, even like back when I had way less subs. I'm like, how the hell do you know I exist? And he's been cool. And if I've showed up in his chat,
what
he's
the fuck?
awesome.
Sorry, I'm just looking at what Wakedown said in the chat. I didn't mean to cut you off, but he says, Foulball Productions, New Bomb Turk and I hunted down some old modeling agencies online, and well, we now have dozens of your old modeling pics, glamour shots, snazzy suits, all of it. Laugh my ass off.
Wakedown, somebody said it, and I'm not sure. I can't remember who. Crossing into creepy territory just a little bit.
Thank you.
A little bit.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Because I think that now we're like, I even got a tattoo of your name across the chest. We're like a few steps away from actual Stan.
Oh no, Ascension Dildo says, yeah, Matt, we saw them all. Oh, you already showed them on a stream?
Who showed them?
Oh no.
Oh, did they? I didn't know that.
Know about this. No one let me know.
Oh man.
That's
because we were gonna not show everyone. So I didn't. So you guys knew more than we did. I didn't know they showed them all.
I had no idea. No one said anything about it yesterday either.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're public technically, but
I
kind of wanted to bring them myself, if anything.
Yeah.
But, well, I opened the door to this. Oh God, Jack of all casuals. Oh yes. Oh well. All right. I opened the door to all this shit. It's my fault. I only have myself to blame.
Real quick, wait down. You sent something on Twitter. I'm not sure how much you want to share it, but if you want me to share it, I could share it.
Sure. I think he'd want.
Well, I don't know where because it's kind of a thing.
Oh, is it a bit doxing?
Well, a little bit for him, but I mean, it's more of just the nature of it. I'm not sure if that's something he wants everyone to know. So
he did say share it, so I don't know. You let us know in the chat, dude.
Okay, yeah, let us know. It's only like 5 people in the stream. Well, they're all here too. So
yeah, they're all here too.
They're all here too. So it's like the world. You don't know how many people watch playbacks, man.
That's true.
The playback game is serious.
Absolutely.
Isn't it, girls? Absolutely. All you have is a sandwich portfolio. That's better than a lot of women. That's better than a lot of women.
People talk trash, but where's their modeling portfolio? Thank
Facts.
you. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Even though I always hated modeling and I'll probably find it humiliating now. Thank you. Yes.
Hey, you went for it, and you got to give you credit for it. So, because I mean, listen, I said this. I can't remember if I said it privately or publicly. Like I do, like you did look like. You're not saying you don't now, but like, okay, I could see you as like a Hollywood guy. It didn't work out or whatever because of all the other reasons of Hollywood, but like. You did have something. Like you weren't crazy to think, oh man, I should be an actor. Like, no, I'm like, and you look like somebody who could have been pretty successful in movies. I'm not just saying that
moderately successful. You could have been the fourth build actor on a bad cable show.
No, you could have been better than that. Hollywood is so wild. If I say, I'm not gonna say, oh, you could have been fucking Chris Evans. It's like, well, I don't know that, but I know you could have been something.
Yeah, I thought so. I certainly thought so. And,
you could have been a lead in something successful. How about that? Could have been lead in something successful.
Well, I wasn't, but it was fun to trash myself watching those movies, and I appreciate the kind words, Mr. Vigilante Williamson.
Yeah,
you're a good man. You're a good man.
Jack of all casual said, at least you didn't become Ron Jeremy of Romania. You might have been richer if you did.
That's true. Yeah, I know my career would be much further. I wouldn't bother with all you creeps in the chat. Be a big star.
There you go. Fucking hot Romanian chicks every day.
That's right. Third world pussy, baby. Sorry.
Shit.
This was on the wall of the Millennium Fandom Bar. As you can see, we got the backpack, the proton pack right here.
Cool.
Got the BioShock little biotic thing that you know add. I don't know who this guy is. Falconer, maybe? I don't know. Little Wonder Woman.
Yeah. See
you know,
the
little Nightmare Before Christmas
yeah,
stuff. Zeto.
Cool.
This was the bar itself. This is pretty fun. There's Ryan Cannell and a
Hey.
bunch of other good folk. The bar taps, the beer taps were pretty cool. One was a lightsaber, one was like Sauron's like tower, and the other was like this big green crystal.
Oh man, that's pretty awesome.
It was pretty sick, dude. It was honestly, it was a perfect venue for our community.
Cool.
Yeah. There's the man himself talking to Mr.
Happy
Nick
birthday.
Weister. Yeah, happy birthday, Gary. Happy birthday, Gary. Me and Jake D.
Hey, Jake D, the retired Jake D.
Yeah, we did an escape room one of those days.
Oh man, awesome. How did it go? I'm not a big escape room guy.
I'd never done it, and I always just thought it was the dorkiest thing. And it is, but it was really fun.
Oh man. Cool. I actually know now I think about you told me about it.
Yeah.
I don't remember some details, but yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It was cool. It was a good time. It's just like wholesome fun, you know?
Yeah. Need more wholesome fun.
Need a little more wholesome fun in our lives. You know, wait, where are we? Yeah, it was a good time. Terminator, obviously. Yes. That was me and Nick trapped in the escape room. It was terrible. Awful day. Oh no. I'll never forget that. Gary again. Brightest day.
Hell, brightest day.
He was there.
Well, he did the escape room thing with you?
Yes, he did.
Cool.
Yes, he did. This was at Planet Hollywood, Terminator, Judge Dredd, 12 Monkeys. All there in the background. That was a good bar. That bartender knew how to pour.
Cool.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like I'm trapping everyone at like you know, like when you go to your grandma's house and they show you slides, and this is us at the Grand Canyon.
It kind of is the modern version of it.
It kind of is, right? Absolutely. Islington Girl says, I was impressed that everyone seemed really happy and friendly. They honestly were. No bad vibes whatsoever. It was so welcoming and cool. Like, not that you'd get the impression that anyone would act all Hollywood, but like nobody was like bigger than anybody. Everyone would like stand and talk and like have a conversation about whatever. If you wanted to bitch about Star Wars with Gary, he'd listen. It was pretty cool.
Cool stuff. Stuff. Glad you guys had fun.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else. Me and Nick on the strip getting these giant, ridiculous drinks. Oh my God.
Jeez.
Oh, that was endless. It took forever to drink that fucking thing.
Oh, Jesus. And yes, Jack and All Casuals, they went to Paris, obviously.
We went to good old Betty. That was the only yes. Oh, I thought you meant the casino, Ascension Toto, because Paris was the only casino I didn't like. Everyone was a dick there. I didn't like their vibe at all. Yeah. They like carded me on one of the tables if I could play blackjack, and I'm like, you really?
Yeah, I'm 15.
Yeah. Is that how old I look?
15. I'm trying to fool you. That's why I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. It was, you know, and they were just rude. You know, you just saw they were just doing it. And I was like, I'm getting out of here. I don't like it here. Oh, I don't like it here. A little cigar. Walking through the hotel with the crew. As you can see, I mean, it's everyone's back, but it was just such a fucking good time. Such a good God. Oh, yeah. And the last one. Me and Az hung out for a little while.
Shout out to Az.
Shouts to Az. I guess one of the guys was like, yo, take pictures with this and spam Az's Twitter. So I did. So that's what I did.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. So that was Las Vegas.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Glad you enjoyed it. So, Wake Down, he told me I could share this, and I'm sharing it because, you know, I really care about him. He actually has a GoFundMe going. Apparently he has to emergency move, and he's looking for some help to do it. So if you guys are, you know, you love the Wake Down, I love the Wake Down.
As do I.
Feel free to toss a little help his way. Every little bit helps, and we hope everything works out. He doesn't, you know, and I'm not going to get too deep into his business. I trust him. He doesn't really necessarily say what's going on. Just says through a series of unfortunate events, he has to move across the country from NC to Arizona. Apparently has to throw away a lot of his stuff and make the trip on a scooter, which seems pretty extreme.
Wow, so that sounds rough, dude.
Yeah. And he said even this PC he's probably gonna have to get rid of. So like he's in a really crazy situation. So if anybody can help, please do. I get it. If you yourself is also in a tough situation.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are. But if you can,
Yeah.
or if you know somebody who can, share it, spread it. It's a relatively meager thing, goal that he's asking for. I just put it in the description, so this will be visible to anyone who rewatches and stuff like that. So we love the Wake Down. He's been an asset to this channel. If anyone can help him out, we'd really appreciate it. He's a hero. We love the Wake Down.
Yeah, as do I. So just wanted to toss that out
there,
not to somber everything up, but just to toss that out there. Just
to toss that out there. Yeah, you could use a little. Everyone needs a little help every once in a while.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I've been watching, which has been really fucking funny, is Kyle Dunnigan's channel with Kurt Metzger, where it's at home with last alone. It is so goddamn funny.
I didn't even know he had a channel.
Kyle Dunnigan?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I'm not really super big. I know of him. I'm not gonna act like I know everything about him. You know what I mean? I'm super huge into him.
Yeah, it's great. It's the Wake Down says Foulball Productions, Vigilante Williamson. I really appreciate that, guys. When I get back on YouTube, I'll owe y'all some work, lol. And then Senshin Dildo says a lifetime of kidnapping women is finally catching up to him. He got to go on the run.
I don't think it's that. Though if it is that, then yeah, what the hell?
Yeah. Well,
he still made some great.
I mean, he still made some great videos for me, kidnapping or not. You know what I mean? I'm going to support him. We'll wait till all the facts come out.
Yeah,
I mean? And then did he kill them? He didn't murder them.
Yeah.
I think that's
why are you kidnapping these easy assholes now anyway? I mean, just say hi.
Exactly. Just go on Tinder.
Kidnapping. Well, yeah.
Exactly. All right. Do you want to fight some culture crime, Mr. Vigilante?
Yeah. I'm actually fired up about a subject. Now a few more people have funneled into the culture crime fighters lair, so to speak. I want to talk about this Shang-Chi thing. I got a few different takes on it.
Okay.
Do you want to bring up an article first so we can?
Yeah, there's a more recent one, I guess, because Kevin Feige. So
okay.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I'm sure everyone knows because they were here yesterday and they all know this things that go on in this community. However, I guess Bob Chapek was in some sort of investor meeting, like an investor Zoom call or something like that, and said something to the effect that this movie Shang-Chi is going to be an experiment because of how long they're going to keep it off of the streaming platform before they take it out of where they'll simulcast, I guess, between theaters and streaming. With a lot of these movies, they start off doing it on both platforms. And in this time, they're going to do 45 days in the theater or something like that. And then they'll go to the streaming platform. So it's a big experiment. And he said it very clearly, very, very no interpretation necessary. It was a 1-for-1 statement. Well, the star, Simu Liu, I don't know how to pronounce it. Boy, oh boy, is he a triggered little Canadian, because he just went off and he's like, we're not an experiment. We're breaking the glass ceiling. Or we're pioneering, blah, 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 blah. Like he fucking cracked the atom. So, he took it a little bit seriously. And I guess Kevin Feige has got some kind of response. Vitch?
Okay. So maybe my take is gonna sound off brand. Hopefully it doesn't. I'm starting to feel like guys are working me into a shoot with this alt-right thing. Here's why. Bob Chapek doesn't like you. Bob Chapek he's only been a CEO. He's been a CEO about 2 years, year and a half. He oversaw all the woke shit ESPN did. He thanked fucking China for letting them film in intern camps. He fucking what else? Granted that was Kathleen Kennedy, but he's the CEO. He's been the CEO a year and a half. Under no fucking circumstances whatsoever am I going to defend Bob Chapek for anything, for any reason. Fuck him. He doesn't like me.
Whoa.
Fuck Bob Chapek. Damn. I don't even care if the guy's right. And honestly, I don't know if Bob Chapek wasn't being 100% racial, because wokeness tends to go with some some projecting, so to speak. And on top of that, it's like one thing I will say, he did disparage it. He said it's going to be an experiment. He also called it a data point. So, I don't even know if Simu Liu thought it was as racist. He might have just said, you know what, I'm going to clap back and use he said something about culture, use that as a way of trying to keep my job after, because he said he's fired the fuck up. He's probably going to be fucking fired. But I don't fucking like Bob Chapek, and Bob Chapek don't like me. He wouldn't piss on fire to put me out. He's called everybody. He's helped foster one of the most, there's how many companies are more influential to the current sensitive as race relations we got. So if some blowback he gets, fuck him. That's what he deserves. That's my thought. If you think Simu Liu is a bitch too, that's fine. Sit back and watch popcorn. Let these motherfuckers eat each other. But I'm not going to defend Bob Chapek for anything, for any reason. Fuck.
Well, there's a difference. There's a difference between defending him and being like, that's not what he fucking meant. Like, I don't know what this
motherfucker meant.
But I mean, I
could have been a Freudian thing. But you know why I say that? Why, if you're the CEO of Disney, do you say anything but the most positive, gung-ho shit about Shang-Chi? You shouldn't even say anything that could be construed as disparaging, which again, I finally found this quote on Bound, and this is what he said. This is Bob Chapek, word for word. On Shang-Chi, we think it's actually going to be an interesting experiment because we only got a 45-day window. So the prospect of being, you read something about it, read the whole thing.
No,
so the prospect of being able to take a Marvel title to service after going through the theatrical 45 days will be yet another data point to inform our action going forward with other titles. So to call it a data point, yeah, he may, a keyword being may, because this is woke ass Disney, and a lot of these, like I said, woke people tend to project, but he may not be disparaging on racial bounds or cultural bounds, but he is saying, it's a little data point. We're just going to, that's not what you say if you're the CEO. You're saying we're gung-ho, we hope it does well, we this, that, and the third, and it's probably going to be positive. But that's not what he said. That's not what he did.
I mean, I feel you. I understand what you're saying. And I think that's an interesting point because I hadn't thought of it from that angle at all. But it's still like, that's the whole point. Like, these people make widgets. Like, they don't understand movies and television. They don't get it. They're in it because it's a sexy business. It's a lucrative business. I've said it before. They're not storytellers. They're not interested in making good stories. So when he says stuff like this, he's talking to the investors who want to make a buck on the movie. He's not looking at it. He's just like, well, in this quarter, what we're going to do is we're going to challenge the stock price. We'll do a little bit of Bitcoin. Like, it might as well be fucking vacuum cleaners versus, filters. Like, these guys don't give a shit about this. They're not, perception is only as much as it makes them money. Like, they're not interested in the cultural revolution. He's probably never even seen most of these Marvel movies. Like, these guys don't give a shit. So when they say things like this, it's like, for him to get all triggered, to me, it's just sort of like, I guess, I don't know. The woke people annoy me so much that it's just like, oh, fucking typical, you little fucking baby. You heard someone say something that could possibly be construed by the most triggered and sensitive person on the planet as, well, you're going after Asians. You know what I mean? It's so weak.
I don't necessarily disagree, but my thought is like, Bob, let them eat each other then. I don't have to defend Bob Chapek on any level. At all. I'm under no obligation to, I don't think he did. I genuinely, 70% chance, I lean towards, no, he probably didn't mean it like that. But I don't give a fuck. He helped create this climate. Disney is the reason this climate exists. There is as influential, maybe them and CNN, but Disney not just did it with movies, they did it with a little company called ESPN. They had BLM commercials all last year. You don't get to just, you don't get to be the CEO of one of the most powerful companies and then, he doesn't know what he's talking. No. You guys create this bed. You lying it. Fuck you, Bob Chapek. That's
I'm not gonna sit here and argue like, dude, because you don't understand. Like, I'm like, yeah, fuck this guy. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, he's, you know, it's like, it's not, I just, my angle on it was just simply that this guy was just looking for any excuse to sound off. Like, it's like the people, it's like the whole
Oh yeah, he
stop Asian
probably
hate
was.
thing. It's like the whole stop Asian hate thing. Like, there was no wave of anti-Asian racism, but the second people saw the opportunity to sound off and have their identity reinforced, and they could make a big like pronouncement about how outraged and passionate and how much they're gonna fight. It's like they jump on it with both feet, like kids, like little kids.
Agreed.
And it's just like, shut the fuck up, you woke tard. Like, you're just little baby boy who's just ready to fight. That he probably says things like patriarchy and turf in his fucking normal life, dude. Like, this
He
guy's
probably does.
you know what I mean? And it's like he was just ready to go. And it's like, oh, shut the fuck up. It was an investor meeting, you little bitch.
There's so hey, I'm not gonna go out my way to defend Sam. Whatever, I can't pronounce the dude's name. I'm sorry. Because he kind of has a track record of this shit as well. I remember we did something on his CBC Canadian show, and he had a track record of calling shit out. He's a guy who I still don't understand this. He had tweeted about Nicki Minaj back in like 2012, and then apologized and took it down and came out with this was a kid or something. I was like, what the fuck? You have a right to not like Nicki Minaj's music. What in the fuck is wrong with you? But like he is a super woke guy. And so I'm not going to defend him either. I'm willing to let these motherfuckers eat each other. Like, we got to have the attitude to let these motherfuckers eat each
I mean,
other.
like I said, I'm not stepping in between Bob Chapek and Simu Liu to be like, listen, dude, like, this guy's based, you know what I mean? Fuck Bob Chapek, fuck them all. But like, I just Googled how to pronounce his name. And first of all, it's like, it's always this. The name of the article is Shang-Chi star Simu Liu explains how to pronounce his name. And then in parentheses, it says, again. And then,
dude,
and then
famous,
and no one gives a shit. And then he tweets out also for the 948 millionth time, it's pronounced Simu. Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't all grow up in fucking Korea or Japan, dude. Not everyone's got the same touchstones. Do you think maybe there's some Eastern European names you might mispronounce, or some African names you might not understand, some Maori tribal names that you wouldn't know immediately? It's like this sensitivity to like, oh, you have to like do all this research about me and fall at my feet and respect my culture. Meanwhile, you have nothing but negative things to say about the culture that you live in. Everyone else needs to just adhere to your bullshit. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I get that too. Like I said, dude has a track record of that shit. He probably is a guy who wants to he's definitely trying to ride this woke wave as far as he can. He definitely does. Here's another hot take. Kind of interested in seeing this movie. The second trailer looks decent.
Oh,
I'm like, I'll watch it. It's watchable. Suicide Squad existed. I don't know if you want to get into that one. I heard you're not too high on that, and honestly,
did you watch it?
I did watch it, and I did.
Yeah. Let's definitely hold on. I want to finish this topic before we move on to that one. But like, I'm just looking at it right now, and it's just like, I'm looking at his Twitter, and his first thing, it says actor, and then it says immigrant. Like, this guy is just obsessed with his identity. Like, he's just, this is who this guy is. He just leans into this stuff. I mean, the rest of his Twitter is like not too bad, but it's just like, oh my God. Yeah, he left up the tweet. He left it up. The underestimated. And let's see how his virtue signal is. Nerd Gary responded. He says, yes, you are. An experiment in the 45-day window release. Yeah.
But man, fuck Bob Chapek. Let these people eat each other. I wouldn't even have said that. Because if it wasn't for Disney, we wouldn't be in this situation where idiots like he can virtue signal. I'm fucking up the English language more than anything. Talk about mispronounce your name. I can't even pronounce actual English words. I've been here for 33 years. Shit. But no, listen. I'm not necessarily going to defend Simu Liu or I probably fucked his name up again. But Bob Chapek, Disney, they helped make this bed. They helped create this climate where idiots like him could virtue signal in the first place. So I kind of want them to line it a little bit, regardless of what he meant. Like, go ahead and line it. This is your fucking fault.
Well, are you curious to read the article?
Oh yeah, we can read it.
Yeah, I mean, because now the story continues with Kevin Feige responding.
I saw that he responded. I actually did not see what he responded with.
I mean, we are essentially gossiping right now. We are essentially saying, "Oh, did you hear what he said? Oh, but then he said this. But then Kevin said that." And it's like, I get that, and like, whatever. Like, I think it's kind of like, I think it's funny. I don't know. I guess, but I'm not defending Bob Chapek. I know that, but I find this guy to be much more annoying in this story than Bob is at all.
Yeah,
but yeah. The Islington girl says, having your name pronounced wrong is most people on earth, unless your name is really simple. My entire life, people have mispronounced my name. My entire life. Yeah. It's Matthew Fowler, but it looks like Faller. So everyone says Faller. I don't care. They don't mean it.
I know. We mispronounced the Islington girl. A lot of it goes Islington. A lot of us say Islington.
I said Islington for a very long time.
Yeah. And Sentient dildo. Let's not get into that can of worms.
Yeah, exactly. Sentient. He's Croatian. Who knows? That's not even, it's barely people. Oh, boy. Sorry. I shouldn't go after the entire country of Croatia. Just Sentient dildo.
Yeah, there we go. Shout out to all the Croatian fans that aren't. Shout out to Sentient dildo, too. He was the first.
That's true. He was like the only one hanging out. We're fucking trying to alienate him.
He's the only.
Need you, buddy.
Yeah, we do need you.
All right. Kevin Feige has responded to Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings star Simu Liu's outrage sparked by the actor's own misreading of Disney CEO Bob Chapek's recent comment that the upcoming Marvel. We know what the fuck. I just want to hear what he said. Very, very hot take. Feige's got. He is not a shy man. I think in that particular tweet, you can see, and I think everyone does, a misunderstanding. Ooh, searing. It was not the intention, Feige further explained. The proof is in the movie, and we swing for the fences as we always do with the amount of creative energy we put in and the budget. There's no expense being spared for the origin story to this screen. I will say, to your point, Vigilante, that's probably the type of thing that Bob Chapek should have said.
Exactly.
I think you're right. I mean, this is barely a story. Feige just, said nothing there. But yeah, I think your point is well taken in contrast.
Yeah, and that's really, he left himself open for that. That's the thing. It's like, you guys, again, you're the one who created this climate. You know what the climate is. You know what the rules are, and you're the CEO. You're the head honcho. You're not some intern with a Twitter. You're the CEO. Don't say anything that can be construed as even negative. I don't even know. I would never call a movie a data point. That doesn't make, you think investors want to hear that? I'm like, this guy, does he care? Why are we giving this guy millions of dollars? He doesn't care about his own shit. They want to hear money. They want to hear profits, but they don't want to hear you despair. If you're talking about fucking lawnmowers, you better be talking about these are the best fucking lawnmowers. You need to be telling me about shit I don't even know about lawnmowers just because you're so excited about lawnmowers, and that's why we're investing in John Deere or whatever the fuck company. I got to, I'm an anti-Disney guy. I'll be open about that. I don't want to. I want to see good stuff if it comes out. But I do, whenever there's an opportunity for these people to lie in the bed they made, I'm not going to go out my way to defend them. I'm not going to try, even if it's something like this, where it's like, yeah, more than likely he just was mistalking because he's a dumbass. Fuck him. Mm-hmm. That's what he gets.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? It's so funny. As we're talking, I'm like, all right, whatever.
It's like no one else is gonna see this movie but me, and I'm probably not gonna pay for it. So like, it's not at the end of the world.
No, but I mean, just as far as like who's saying what and all right, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you want to watch the trailer?
Yeah, we can watch it. I thought it was cool.
Saying it sounds good.
Yeah. I want to see what you think of it.
When did it
came out? Past
like the other day. Oh, okay.
I don't remember when it came out, but it is. I want to say. I just saw it, but it could have came out a couple weeks ago, for all I know.
I don't know that. Oh, okay. So it's the official trailer. It came out like a month ago.
It may be.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's see here.
It's different than the first one.
Okay. Alrighty. I think this
about
is
a month ago.
Yeah, because the other one was a teaser. So
yeah.
Throughout my life,
yeah, this is it.
Rings gave our family power. If you want them to be yours one day, you have to show me you are strong enough to carry them.
You are a product of all who came before you. The legacy of your family. You are your mother. And whether you like it or not, you are also your father.
I told my men they wouldn't be able to kill you if they tried. Glad I was right. You're just a criminal who murders people. Be careful how you speak to me, boy. I thought I could change my name. Start a new life. But I could never escape his shadow. My son, you can't run from your past. Is this what you wanted?
This.
Thank you.
Swing jab, left foot, right hook.
Yeah, that did look too bad. I mean, it looked like a lot of just visuals. Like, I'm not entirely
Yeah.
sure exactly what the story was. Yeah, like
It's
Vengeance
generic.
Dildo. Very diverse,
Very
very
di-
cool. Don't care.
Yeah, I
Jack
get
of all-
that.
Yawn. Like, yeah, I didn't get like a distinct impression about anything in particular. It was just kind of like, okay, that was, fun Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it looked. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. And I kind of said it in my like informal reviews of Suicide Squad. I am kind of grading on the curve this year for what we get with entertainment.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna step away for just 1 second.
Yeah,
just hold
go
it
ahead.
down. All right.
Feel free. Yeah, I know you said that. Matt is I don't know. He's too much Vegas for him. Too much Vegas. So he's needs a minute. But I mean, yeah, is it gonna be it could be the best Marvel movie all year. That's not a high bar to pass. It'd be the best thing from Marvel all year because it'll be inoffensive, schlocky fun. That's what I expect. Even if he's crouching tiger, hidden whiner, as Islington Girl said. And shout out to Dexter Doodle. Didn't have time to stop and watch, but he dropped a like, which you should all do. And he will watch later. Sure, it's all good. I'm not so sure, but I appreciate your support. Thank you for being here. Yeah, the rap was weird. The rap was awkward. A lot of things about the trailer are awkward. It's not. When I say I'm interested, I'm not saying it from like, oh my god, everybody, we need to watch Shang-Chi. Watch Shang-Chi. It's the best thing ever. No, I'm not. I wouldn't go that far. It's like, hey, most entertainment is gonna suck. This is probably because he's not a white male and he's an Asian male. It's probably the strongest male you'll see all year because of how things go. So I don't know. Is it still cultural appropriation if Asian is doing it with the rap music? I wish everybody, including black people, I mean, I love hip hop, but it's jumped the shark a while ago, and it's become a cheesy thing. But no, it's just a movie trailer thing. That's just what you do in movie trailers. You toss some generic hip hop out and hope the kids take to it. So I'm not sure. Wait down. And I did see that a lot of people were talking about the situation. I wish you the best going forward with that. Let me see if anyone tossed it. Oh man, we put up $100 in the time since we did it. So he's at 150. He's already getting towards his goal. So cool. Almost a quarter way through. Thank you guys. Asian music would have been cooler given the subject matter. Well, here's the thing, and this is why this movie ultimately is a failure already. The movie was pretty obviously made for China, but China found it offensive. They didn't like to be pandered to. They also have the history of Shang-Chi is a character called Fu Manchu, who's a part of that history, who's his actual father in the comics, but they changed it to the Mandarin, who wasn't really the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, another can of worms we don't need to go down to. But like guys, we had to like this movie, Stop Asian Hate. But yeah, China did not rock with this movie, so it will not be released there. I'm not sure if the other tensions that U.S. and China have had any impact, but this movie's not going to be shown there, even though that was kind of the point. Overall, as far as the Simu Liu thing, I'm with some Disney shouting for it. We, as a community, if we're trying to win the war, when these motherfuckers get themselves in some woke shit, I love buying the pieces. Oh, he misread it. I don't give a fuck. Let Bob Chapek at least write the article to let Bob Chapek stew in the fucking bed that he made. Stew in the bed that he made. He made the bed of, not just him. It was Iger. He was the CEO most of the past 5 years, but he's had 2 years at the CEO helm. He was the CEO and had to at least have some amount of signing off what ESPN did last year up until this year. And a lot of shit the Marvel pros were still saying to you as late as last year. I think they still are. A lot of the Star Wars, they're saying shit about the fans. He's the head. Kathleen Kennedy do all the shit. He's the head. And so if he steps in it because he's too much of a dumbass to be enthusiastic at an investor meeting, then fuck him. I wish him the worst. They could have used some Asian hip hop essential dildo. And it's okay if you suck at saying nice things. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. And hopefully we can get you to your goal. I'll wait until after the stream toss up because I'm not even gonna say anything. I just want to make sure I donate anonymously. Yeah, every little thing helps. And hey, Sesame Chicken, you guys are racists. You're racists. No. But yeah, I don't know that Bob Chapek isn't. I'm not willing to defend him. If you don't like Simu Liu, he does have a track record of some woke things. But I mean, it's something like, okay, I'm supposed to. Because listen, there's some Freudian slips that happen from the CEOs. Disney is the same company when it came to Black Panther. They're fucking, you know what their marketing is? Hey, dumb niggas, we made a movie for you, give us money. And because so many people were caught up in TDS and whatever else, they thought it's a cultural event for us to acknowledge you exist. Give us money. That was the fucking marketing of Black Panther. So like this, the urban market, POC, all the different little phrases they use, they're always coming up with new shit. I don't know they're not Istophobic, actual racists. Fuck Bob Chapek. Fuck him, the horse he rode in on, and the motherfucking stable he got it from. And you guys are talking about the Chinese food you ate. I don't listen, man. Cultural appropriation is bullshit. It's a bullshit concept, man. It's a bullshit concept because, like, yeah, it's ridiculous. Remember when they were saying white people should just pay more to see it or just don't see it at all? I don't remember that one. Ascension Dildo. That's wild. I get being fed up with these wokies too. And just saying, oh my God, another wokie saying some more woke shit. And hell, Michael Hickson. Yeah, fuck the stable he got it from. Disney deserves none of your sympathies. It's okay to be Schadenfreude or what I'm probably mispronouncing that word. But it's okay to let them lie in the bed they made, even if you're like, It's not like we witnessed a murder and Bob Chapek on the stand. You're like, oh, I'm not going to let this stand. No, fuck him. I don't want to have to parse through what he said. He got himself in a mess. Disney got themselves in a mess. They're the ones who enabled all this shit. I remember at a cafe that made men pay a man tax for drinking there. It went out of business. Yeah. You know what about Black Panther? And don't get me wrong. When I first saw that movie, I was like fucking Huey Freeman. From the Boondocks, the Obama got elected episode where he's the only one who didn't fuck with it. I was like, I cannot believe people are eating this shit up. But then I watched it. I said, you know something? This is just another Marvel movie. Part of it is I'm lower on the Marvel Cinematic Universe than everybody else. And holy shit, Ogre Squasher 101. Unfortunately, Matt is not here because he's, like I said, had a crazy time in Vegas and still feeling a little bit ill. Hopefully he's able to get back. But thank you nonetheless for tipping 101.61 to Matt. And I got to tell you something, Ogre Squash. I got to thank you personally. I've been meaning to email you, but I've been busy as shit. I really need to thank you for your donations last week, man, because you got the Vigilante mobile going again. because the repairs were a lot more expensive than I thought, and I still need more. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford everything, but without your help, I couldn't have did it. So thank you, Ogre Squash, for all the support you've done for me and Matt, for the Culture Crime Fighters. Really appreciate it. I wouldn't know what to do if it wasn't for you, and I mean that. I could give the money. I can't give the money because I didn't get it. It went to Matt. We're on Matt's channel, and I don't want to beg the weight. I don't want to beg because I don't know how the weight down feels, but weight down's having a little trouble. So if you want, there's a GoFundMe. It's in the description. You can read the situation there, Ogie, if you're willing. That's on you. No pressure because you already do so much for the community. No pressure, anybody. But we want our man to weight down to be cool, especially in this crazy situation, having to move across the country. This world will. Yeah, we will tell Matt that you tipped him. 2. Let me check my own. But yeah, I would let Matt know when he gets back. If he gets back, I hope the CIA didn't get him. Cause I really want to talk about fucking Suicide Squad, because like even though I did technically like it, boy was that fucking movie filled with flaws. And holy shit, Ogre Squash, he did say 2 for a good reason. He's also giving me a tip of 101.71, which I will give some to the weight down. I would definitely give I'll definitely give some, at least some. Because I'm a little in an iffy situation. Not iffy, but I'm leaving my job, so I'm going to be a little bit without check. So I'm like, I don't know if I should toss everything, unfortunately. But I'll definitely give. Sometimes I'm going to give something anyway. So maybe it's just more. I'm sorry to think my financial decisions out loud. And you guys are talking about this guy tax. Michael Hickson, I wish I could highlight the comment, says the guy I was reading was all down for the boys tax, but the food sucked and the waiter kept giving them trouble. Too true. But you know something though? If the food was fucking on point, I don't think I would have cared. I can say this confidently as a fat fuck. If the food was on point, and this is the problem, women can't cook. If the food was on point, that guy tax wouldn't have meant shit. Yeah, you did put me on the spot. Hey, listen, shout out to I gotta let people know, and I'm kind of putting Ogre Squash on the spot too, because he's the big baller in these spots. But nobody, I am a bit too proud to beg for myself. But I mean, Ogre Squash literally saved my life last week, and I can't ask him to just be lifesaver man all the time. But yeah, weight down's in a rough spot. Australian coffee. Oh, it was a coffee place went out of business like a year, maybe 2 years ago. Yeah. If it was a restaurant, they had on point food, I'm telling you that guy tax wouldn't have mattered. Because if you have on point food, people will deal with shit. Like we all know the trope of shitty looking restaurants having the best food. There's something about that. I'll never forget. It's a place in Casey, South Carolina, has the best wings I've ever had on earth. And it looks, I don't want to disparage the place. It just looks, it would get condemned in Detroit. Let's just break it down like that. But those wings, they're on point. So people will deal with craziness for good food. If women knew how to cook, they feminist ass. Feminism didn't come with a cookbook, bitch. If your ass knew how to cook, you could have taxed men. People like, man, you know what? This is feminist. This food is awesome. People would have still went, but you probably some dumb thoughts. Couldn't even make coffee right. Had the big glasses, the big hat, the ugly hat, a bunch of pins on your little bag, and a bunch of STDs, and you couldn't even make a goddamn sandwich, and your shit went out of business. Man tax. Yeah, some of the best food ever had, hole in the wall places. Exactly. People want to get, you want to care. And listen, if that food was on point, you want to get no fuck about no man tax. I mean, this is the best shit in the city. And for Suicide Squad, I felt it had a lot of rough edges, but I honestly enjoyed it. I also enjoyed Free Guy. I want to check out Free Guy, though the most shocking of all is that I love Jungle Cruise. I'll probably watch it again. I had to check out Jungle Cruise since that's on the even though I don't pay for the app. Somebody else in the family does, so I have demonized Disney Plus. And Isn't the Girl says she knows how to cook. That's good. That's dope. That's dope. I think the dumbest thing on earth is that to ever willfully give up a skill, regardless of what that skill is. And feminism say, "Oh, you shouldn't even know how to cook. How you gonna feed yourself? You don't know how to cook. The fuck?" And Ascension Dildo says the best pizza he ever ate was a shithole in Naples. Looked like it was a butcher shop that went out of business, but damn, the shit was good. See, when he's Cajun, he can cook some shit. Doubt any of y'all will eat it. Yeah, I can only handle so much spiciness. Yeah, I'm surprised too, Michael Hickson, about Free Guy. Folk do seem to like it. Thought it would get the usual video game movie treatment. Well, we're in the post Sonic the Hedgehog world, and actually on the Primetime King, shout out to 247 Fusion Media, your boy. I was mentioning this is kind of the opposite of Sonic the Hedgehog. So with Free Guy, because that was a holdover from Fox, all the contracts were done. A lot of the movie was done. I think the whole movie might have been done. So Disney couldn't interfere. So where for Sonic the Hedgehog, the studio saw what happened, saw the reaction, and changed things. In this case, because the studio couldn't change things, we got a movie that people actually liked. So I'm glad people enjoyed it. I'm glad people enjoy anything. Even me talking about Shang-Chi was on the basis of, well, we fucking need to watch something some of the time. So some of the time, I'm kind of interested in it. And okay, Isn't the Girl gave an anonymous donation. Shout out to everybody donating. Like I said, after the stream, because I don't want to accidentally be unanonymous. Because I've done that before. And so yeah, shout out to everybody else. And the Wait Down says also Chance Dildo's writing I'm a serial killer. I hope not. And I don't know what happened to Matt. I hope he's still alive, man. I hope he's still alive. This is almost like last week's episode, the Culture Crime Fighter. And yeah, everyone's hoping Wake Down gets into a better situation. And yeah, hope that you're not going on a cross country murder mission. Because I'm not going on jail going to jail as no accessory. Shit. But yeah, this is it's a rough situation. I wish you the best, man. Wish you the best. Wish you the best. WD got Matt. Walt Disney got Matt. Walt Disney, the CIA. Hopefully not the Coof. I hope he's gonna come back. Let me check my Discord just in case he said something crazy. Because he has been gone for a little bit, hasn't he? Let me actually look. Private check and yeah, he's been gone for a little bit. It's live YouTube. It happens, man. It happens. Yeah, I hope he isn't barf. I hope he's good. All jokes aside, I hope he's really good, man. I'm gonna take recordings of the trip. So when you this is the Way Down talking about trip. I'm gonna take recordings of this trip. So when I get set up in my new spot, I can make videos of this wild journey. The Way Down is Walt Disney now. Oh, it was Way Down. I didn't know if Way Down got Matt. Now I get it. I'm lost. I see WD. I'm like, is that Walt Disney or Way Down? Because usually it's TWD. Yeah, we don't want anyone to be sick. So I hope he feels better. Shout out to everybody. It looks like a few people retweeted or liked this stream. So thank you if anyone's lurking. Thank you if anyone's watching the playback. So yeah. And Jackable Casuals is lazy sometimes. So are we all. So are we all. Man, so I wish I could at least have control so I could share things to kind of move along as we go. Hopefully, when Matt gets back, we can talk a little bit about the Shang-Chi trailer and then talk a little bit about Suicide Squad. And Hell 24/7 Fusion Media, your boy. And what's my favorite martial arts movie? You know what just popped into my head is the one by Jet Li. I fucking love that movie. Either that, it's two Jet Li movies that just jump out. I haven't seen Ip Man. I want to, and I know a lot of people are high on that. But the one in Unleashed just jump out at me as far as Oh man, martial arts movie. Okay. Oh man, so I guess it's a solo stream. Because Matt is done for. I just got some in the private chat. I don't know how I'm in the stream though, but I am going to keep going. I am going to keep going for you guys. I don't know. I think the stream might go on forever until he ends it. So I'm just gonna give me a second. And I'm just letting him know that he does have to end the stream when he does. But I'm cool to go solo for a little bit. I guess because I can't show anything. So yeah, sorry, I can't walk and chew bubblegum like typing and talking. I don't know if you can hear me or not. So unfortunately, this is it's gonna be me. Okay. Just letting him know the stream will go forever unless he himself ends it. And then we will keep it going. We'll keep it going. It's too much Vegas. Too much Vegas. And yeah, Unleashed was incredible. The one or the hero. I didn't see it as the hero. I saw it as the one. Isn't it like a remake? And yeah, Jack, I don't know if the stream will go on forever. Hell 24/7 Fusion Media. Unleashed was incredible. Best Jet Li movies, Kiss of the Dragon. I may have also saw that one. Yeah, the one. I love the one. Unleashed had Morgan Freeman. That's the one part that pissed me off at the end of Unleashed. Spoilers for that movie. Fucking Jet Li has killed all these motherfuckers. But Morgan Freeman, he's like this, old guy. I think he's blind or whatever. And then he's like, no, Danny, don't. Motherfucker, let him kill fucking Mario. I know it's not what Bob Hawkins is most known for, but let him kill his ass. He's been an asshole the whole movie. He deserved to die. Fuck that. The one is Pete Jet Li. Kiss of the Dragon, I feel like I did see. This has been the Stop Asian Hate episode of Culture Crime Fighters. And Matt wants to make sure he thanks Ogre Squasher. Thank you, Ogre Squasher. Unfortunately, Matt is predisposed with Vegas virus. We'll just call it that. But he does sincerely thank you. So thank you. Thank you, seriously. Kill him off edge. Yeah, I've been pretty brutal, huh? This stream. Not kill them all, but like I hate you go a whole movie or a game or whatever the property is, and you finally get to that main motherfucker, and then all of a sudden you're supposed to be moral. It's like it doesn't make any sense. It's logically inconsistent. It pisses me off every time it happens, and it pissed me off then. Oh man, I wish I could. I just kind of talk shit about it. These are unbounding, two kind of divergent articles. On one hand, we have Bandai Namco saying they will release all versions of Tales of Arise without any form of censorship, and we know that there's a lot of people, unfortunately, invested in censoring everything out of Japan. Sony has been invested in censoring games. Funimation and others have been censoring the anime. I think Viz is the company for manga, and they've been having an impact on censoring that. Okay, so the one to specify Michael Hickson said was Jet Li versus Jet Li. The hero had East versus West showdown, and people love Taken. He didn't play any of that shit. He didn't get to the end and say, "Oh, I got it." No, he was like, "You tried to kidnap my daughter." Everybody got to die. It's improbable that there are other movies he'd be whacked, but everybody had to die. And yeah, hope no one got Wu-Tang flu at the event. It would suck if people got sick. Could be anything. Kiss of the Dragon is the movie he used. Oh, I don't know if I did see this one. See Kiss of the Dragon apparently. But those somebody asked about martial arts movie. Those two Jet Li movies jumped out. So, all right, back to what I was talking about. There's been a lot of censorship of Japan. Bandai Namco is going to reportedly release all the versions of this game, Tales of Arise, which I'm not familiar with. But it's just cool to juxtapose that to Disney Star Wars renaming Boba Fett's Slave One. I don't even think it's called Slave Leia either. Not only that, she doesn't even, that outfit's not allowed. So we have a different. We talked about East versus West. Michael Hickson was talking about that with the hero. Got some East versus West as far as the thoughts on censorship, where the East is against it. Japan is so against censorship. Apparently, they're going to start trying to release things over in the West day and date with the stuff in Japan to kind of prevent some intermediary. And I think not only day and date, but I think they're going to either do day and date and or translate themselves, which could lead to some funny English. But it's to stop a lot of anime. They'll just change whole lines to make them mean totally different things. And there's a lot of censorship of a lot of stuff that comes out of there, and they're sick of it. So they're fighting back, and they're not going to censor their games. Meanwhile, Disney, the same Disney that Bob Chapek's over. Remember, these people don't fucking like you. They don't care about you, and they want to see you fail. So that's why you should never, ever, even if you believe something, even if you don't think Bob Chapek meant what they Simu Liu says he meant, and even if you don't like Simu Liu, fucking let these motherfuckers eat each other. Fuck them. Renaming Boba Fett. Oh, slave one. I don't think I'm a slave, you asshole. This is what I mean. This is how come I don't know Bob Chapek didn't mean anything racial, because they think, oh, you poor slave niggas. We just want to make sure you guys don't feel bad because you're too. Fuck you. Fuck you. If we trace your lineage, y'all might have slave lineage, and I might not. The fuck are you guys talking about? I'm so sick of that default association, and unfortunately, a lot of my people do it too. Love thinking about themselves as a slave. I don't. I refuse to think of myself as a fucking slave. Fuck that. Kiss my ass. No 4-7 Fusion Media. I didn't see what's going on with Nichelle Nichols doing her like Britney Spears and Stan Lee. What like a conservatory? Just like go away. We're gonna make decisions for you. Was that what it's called when they do that? That's fucked up. And Oak Squasher saying hi again. Matt wanted me to thank you. So yeah. And yeah, it's called localization, says Jack and Wall Casuals. And Ascension Dildo also heard they're going to do a lot of translation themselves. So man, that's crazy about the Star Trek thing. But it's Jesus. See, that's what it is. That's fucked up. I don't believe in that. And unfortunately, with the way this world's going, that's going to be the new thing. Not to get back into the whole Koof thing. I saw something where, and I wish I could find a fucking video. In Australia, somebody who was married to this guy for 15 years turned him into a mental institution for his opinions on the Koof. Somebody's wife did that to their husband. We also live, if you notice, they're trying to make certain things extreme. If you believe there was something funky with the last selection, if you believe a lot of shit, I shouldn't do this on Mass Channel, but they're trying to make that into domestic terrorism. We're in a very evil world. And yes, as a Slav, that's part of the root word, Croatians, unfortunately, do have slave lineage, as do a lot of Slavs and Eastern European, as that is as etymologically related to the word slave. Australia's gone. New Zealand, one case. That's why it makes me very depressed, man. That's some evil. That's evil. This isn't about protecting people. This is about evil authoritarianism. This is 1984. This is any conspiracy theory you heard of. And I definitely don't want to talk about too much because it is Mass Channel and it's bullshit. And they renamed it to Fire Spray. Fire Spray was the class of the ship. Now they have to rename it to more stuff and leave a Fire Spray named Fire Spray. They did the vessel named Vessel. Taking 24K kids to jail without letting the parents see them. Jesus Christ. That's demonic as shit. I didn't hear that. Jesus fucking Christ. This world's so fucking evil, man. That's evil as shit, man. I'm so glad I don't got no kids in this damn demonized world. God damn. Yeah, I heard of it. I heard of Brand New World a while ago. Brave New World a while ago by Aldous Huxley. I even heard that he was commissioned to write it to this is gonna sound really wacky, Illuminati, but a lot of the shit is spells. So they put the shit out there. That's why they predictive program. They put the shit out there so it can be more powerful. It's supposed to have a magical effect. So that's the whole context of it. But Brave New World was supposed to be a plan as much as it is a warning. And they're gonna do that in a stadium. That's demonized. God damn. That's why we can't give up our guns for anything, man. And that's all I'll say on the Unmatched channel. I could just really go off on this shit, and maybe I should on my channel. But these motherfuckers are evil. Evil. Hot. But you know something, though? All these governments think of us as their property. We are, if you go by, different like social security numbers and whatever else they're called, those are bonds. Those are bonds, man. And have some Soma, TWD, and chill out. What's Soma? I've heard the pill Somas thanks to wrestlers, but I'm not sure what that is. Man, that got me all off topic. I was talking about this Slave One bullshit and how Disney is censoring shit, but Japan is not. Was it for 2 milligram for a night, 2G to reach Mars? You don't have to believe to know that the people at the top do. It's not crazy to call it this is the Luciferian version of society that we're witnessing. Yeah, rather than not you believe it, a lot of these people do. So that's why I mean, like, there was something out there that a lot of not just Adrian Huxley, Brave New World. There's Atlas Shrugged. Apparently, was supposed to be the same thing. Where this is not just, oh man, everything seems like everything's coming true. Like, that was this is a manual. This is not just a novel, supposedly. Oh, Soma's a drug everyone takes in Brave New World. Instead, they just put fluoride in the water. And yeah, jack of all casuals, that's exactly why. Why is offering yourself illegal? Because it's a felony to destroy government property. We have always been property of the government relative to them. Always. That's why they feel like they can do whatever they want to us. That's why they've inspired people to actually believe it, man. It's really evil. I got to stop it. I know there's going to be another comment. I just got to ignore it and try to go on to something positive. Try to provide, not just for you guys, but for myself, some sort of escape from all this craziness. Something resembling escapism. I know I'm not the only one who craves it. And at the end of the day, this channel is supposed to be not just an outlet for me to talk, but some escape from everything that's going on in the world. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to look. I already talked about the censorship shit. I think we've all said it. We've all seen, how bullshit. And just to slave one thing. It's like, really? Really? But it's offensive because they just think they think of us as all slaves. That's what I think. Jesus. And now they're comparing. Okay, I need to. Now I'm about to get off of Bounty. I'm gonna get off of Bounty. I love Bounty, but I'm just seeing things to not escape. I did not see the government, Scottish government guideline about trans kids. Check out Jungle Cruise. It's not perfect, but it felt like old school Disney with modern resolution. It's proof they can still make good movies instead of refusing not to. And still can't tell if it's fire spray or fire spray. Probably the latter, because again, these Molech worshippers, these Luciferians, because this is exactly what they're doing. But you know what? To go back to Jungle Cruise, since that's a little bit more in the escapism thing, it actually sucks. Even though I don't think Suicide Squad is perfect, and I really wish I could talk about it with Matt. It was a step in the right direction relative to where they are. And Jungle Cruise, if you guys like it, and I've heard moderately positive stuff. I think that was too, but unfortunately, both are going to be labeled as bombs. So, they're probably just going to in their head, because remember, they want their narrative to be right. They'll just say, "Hey, people don't like this type of stuff. We got to put the wokeness in it." And hey, you say it's fire spray, but who knows if there's a different connotation. kids as young as 4 can change their gender, name, pronouns without parent consent. And guess what the kids show are going to be encouraging your kids to do. Guess what you are? Emphasis on the P. Both are bonds, but as long as they're using the old miles to calculate what deems something a success, they won't going forward. They won't going forward. Honestly, I don't even know if they care. They're already state sponsor TV. It's clear they don't care about losing money. At least Hollywood doesn't. Kurtzman got renewed, and that one still boggles the mind. And unfortunately, I think Candy will be renewed. The only way she was going to leave is if she wanted to, which she probably did. I think she did just want to do because I heard she wanted to leave a couple years ago. She's been wanting to leave because she's old and she sucks. But like with Kurtzman and all these other producers getting mega money, getting fucking NFL quarterback deals, she's probably going to stick around for at least 3 or 4 more years. Unfortunately, not sure what EU author came up with it, but it's been Star Wars canon for a few decades. Well, Fire Spray as the class, as a ship class. I see. And I guess they're just running with that. Were you racist? Why you wanted to be called slave one? Were you don't like yourself? Why you wanted to be called slave one? Bitch, I'm not a slave. That's why. Fuck you. Stop acting like that's all I ever have been and all I will be. And that makes things a lot easier. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. With all this shit. Jesus. Crazy ass world. It's fire and prey. Yeah, they both are in the word. They both are there. This world is crazy. This world is crazy. This world is evil. And I don't know what to do, man. I mean, I wish I knew what to do. We thought this was just some shit with our entertainment. We hoped, I think a lot of us kind of hoped that this is something deeper. This is something darker, man. This is, I don't know why we were picked to be the generation that had to live through this shit, to see this crazy shit. This is probably the fall of this system of things on some level. And I have heard Firefly. Well, that's another thing. Why are you denying victimhood? Censure deal. Oh boy. So they're talking about doing a Thrawn trilogy. I wonder if they actually read of it. A third of the trilogy is hunting for a mythical fleet of slave-rigged ships, which can be remotely piloted, says the Wakedown. They haven't read the Thrawn trilogy. They don't read anything. They never, ever, 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 ever read anything that pertains to the properties that they're producing. They don't care. They just don't care. Remember Kathleen Kennedy? Well, when Kathleen Kennedy said there's no backstory, I know she knew that was a lie, but she really thought she could pass that off because she felt like, well, nobody really reads this EU shit. Nobody really cares. Not knowing how many people are more into the EU than anything else. There are people, and I'm not one of the people. I'm an OT guy. But there are people who are mega into the EU, which I've met since I've been doing videos, especially with, the whole collective, community, fellowship, whatever you want to call it. That's a whole nother can of worms. But no, they didn't read it. No, they don't know what's going on in Thrawn trilogy. It's Thrawn is what the people want. Let's toss Thrawn out. Let's mention his name in the Fandalorian. I'm not looking forward to Book of Boba Fett. I'm not looking forward to shit Disney does. Like I said, I'm moderately interested in Shang-Chi just on the basis of modern entertainment is so shitty. If they can just stand up straight and do competent action scenes, I'll be interested. But I'm not interested really in anything Disney does. And yes, they did know it existed. They just misjudged how much the EU was still powered the popularity of Star Wars. It kept it alive. There were several gaps where the EU was it. There was a gap between the 70s and the 90s where all you had was the EU, and there's a gap between the mid 2000s and the 10s where all you have is the EU. So those gaps in between films, in between trilogies, that's all carried by the EU. And if you consider, people do consider the games and stuff a part of the EU because that was also huge. Those were also massive parts of the fandom. Things, I think EU a lot of times just means the books, but if you consider everything in the Star Wars pantheon, over those gaps. I mean, that's a lot of material that a lot of people beloved, or was beloved to a lot of people. And yeah, Wake Down's right. Don't forget to smash that like button. And if you're just joining us, please check the description. My man, the Wake Down, is in a bit of a rough situation. If you can help, please do. If you can't, that's understandable too, because I know a lot of other people are in rough situations, apparently with the, especially with the state of these demons. So yeah, Knights of the Old Republic. I remember LucasArts, Star Wars Unleashed. I remember the shit. Oh, why do I forget? It was on N64. I didn't love it. I got killed a bunch. Dash Rendar. What the fuck was it called? Shadows of the Empire or some shit like that? Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So yeah, there was tons of stuff with Clone Wars. I don't know. I'm not an official. I couldn't tell you what's considered EU and what's not relative to, like, I don't know if the game shows, because usually when people say EU, they're really referring to the books. But if you consider everything that was a part of it, everything that was outside those movies, the EU, I mean, that's a lot of material. So, okay, Wake Down is clarifying for us. So there were plenty of plot holes, but the EU was basically the films, books, comics, graphic novels, video games, TV specials, and radio specials, all woven into a single collection. So it does include everything. Wow. Yeah, Ascension Dildo. Sorry. Every time you say EU, I get triggered, not because of Star Wars, because I hate the European Union. Yeah, fuck the European Union. Fuck the government. While I'm allowed to say it, before they toss me in the gulag. Fuck the government. Jesus. Evil motherfucker. All this government, the one world government that already exists. You guys are evil as fuck. I know you've been tapping my phone since I was a fucking kid, but fuck you all. Thinking of the EU as the Fourth Reich, basically. Fucking Fourth Reich. Fuck off. Fuck you, government. Waves at Matt monetization. Yeah, I'm sorry, Matt. This is what happens when you give me a live mic. The views expressed by Vigilante Williamson do not necessarily reflect the views of Foulball Productions. Foulball Productions is Foulball Productions is a subsidiary of Geeks and Gamers and everybody getting no, I'm just joking. At least I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Could be some side deals, but no. Susan, you stupid bitch. I'm saying it's Vigilante Williamson, not fucking Matt from Foulball Productions. He has a good channel. Don't fuck with his monetization. Apparently, they were already fucking with some of his videos anyway. Because they're demons. Demons. Fucking demons. Oy vey. Oy vey. Thank you all for sitting here and dealing with the one-man stream. It's 7 of you guys. I know fucking Nerdrotic is going. Some of you might be doing a double tap, double shot, so to speak. Matt obviously had to leave because of health reasons. Too much Vegas for him. But thank you all for sticking it out with me. They couldn't do it with tanks, now they do it with euros. Money, the money system's so fucked. Well, it's the Fourth Reich. It was created by the corporate arm of the third. Yeah, it was. Boy. I can't see what this is. It says, thanks, Doc. What does this say? Oh, it's a little heart with the medical thing. Yeah, that we are now officially in a medical a singular medical tyrannical government. That's now what we are in. Take no stock of any other, and I know I wasn't going to talk about it, but I don't know how though. Unfortunately, Matt's giving me a life. If he decides to end the stream early, I understand why, man. No hard feelings if that happens. But yeah, we are now in a tyrannical one world medical tyrannical government. I don't know how we get out of this. I don't know that we get out of this. I know a lot of people don't want to hear this shit. I just said shit. I probably shouldn't say it after this, but before this. But I'm just praying because all I can do is pray. And I know everybody in this chat may not go that route. Michael Hickson says, I usually go to Robert Barnes when I need some white pills. Yeah. Hey, if you got any white pills, feel free to share. I'm not trying to be black pilled. Weirdly enough, nothing is hard mandated yet in North Michigan. I mean, Ontario. South Michigan, even South Detroit, because Windsor's south of Detroit. A lot of these regular Joes turn Bitcoin billionaires to quietly disappear once the economy crashes and the NWO shifts the government to welfare pay via crypto straight to your chip. Just masking side stores. Yeah, the chip is coming. Because they need to verify your status. People have faked the card, so we have to put chips in everybody just to make sure that your status is right and you're up to date with your jabs, because you need one every year. Because the first 2 or 3 or 50 didn't work, so we got to make sure you're jabbed to death each year. And even though it seems like people are dropping, don't listen to those alt-right Nazis. I'm sorry, man. I have to stop. I have to stop. No mandates, just recommendations. I don't even know. I'm walking into shit until somebody stop me and tell me. I don't know what the law is. I'm not tossing. Oh, I can't. I gotta shut up because it's Max Channel and I don't want to fuck it up. I don't want to fuck Max Channel up. I don't. But this is the shit that's most on my mind. It really sucks because I've worked like my entire life. I finally have. I've said it on my channel. I just got a new job. Say yeah, if you heard that before. My second new job this year, but it's a fairly lucrative one with a fairly, not directly with a fairly high profile company, but working with them for the company I got hired by. And it's like, wow, I finally, all this hard work in this shitty industry, I finally get somewhere, and it's in the worst era ever, at least in my lifetime, where things may never change back to anything relative to normalcy. Jack, there are no non-extradition countries. Not really. Not if they want you, there aren't. And I have not seen Free Guy. Hey, feel free. Feel free. I will check it out that way. And I'm not gonna say anymore because I don't wanna. I've done enough to screw Matt's channel. I don't wanna. I don't think selling high seas will help. A lot of people want mandates here. It's dumb. It's no longer a foundation for the mandates. It will still spread. Yes, people don't care. That's the thing that's scary. The fact that they have convinced so many people to, ironically enough, not believe science. We've scientifically proven that the mandates and the lockdowns do not actually help. That's what we scientifically have proven. We scientifically have proven that some of the other solutions are not 100% and aren't free lunches. Those are scientifically proven. Yet they've convinced so many people to be so scared. That's why sometimes I get upset when it's like, a lot of times people, not necessarily in this community specifically, but you'll see maybe the conservatives like, CNN's ratings are falling. Who cares? They're still way more impactful of a voice to the majority of normies than anything else. Doesn't matter if their ratings are falling. They still are able to scare the shit out of an entire planet. The media still is they're the enablers of this demonic shit that we're dealing with. So it doesn't matter if their ratings fall a little bit. Who cares? They may be losing. You think money matters to these people? They're the ones who print the shit. You think they care? Fuck. Hell, Johnny Bravo. Or John Bravo. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. I can't help but to think when I see John Bravo, and this is kind of a deep cut. I'm not sure how many wrestling fans, but I remember there was this guy named John Bravo or Johnny Bravo who had this scoop of Roman Reigns a few years ago, and it just disappeared. I always in my head believe that he actually did have something, and Vince gave him a check and gave him a payoff. I always feel that way because that's what it felt like. And yep, Isn't the Girl says, Mom watches the Communist News Network all the time. It's a struggle. And she's in Canadian. I'm not sure if that's the Canadian News Network, but it's still communist. Funny thing is, Sweden is the only country in the world that followed the WHO recommendations to a T, but everybody attacked them for not closing down. Yeah, isn't that funny? I had to challenge her on it all the time. Says innocent girl. It's really fucked up. It's really fucked up. Oh man, I wonder if I should just ask Matt to end it because I don't know how to not talk about it. Right, I don't know what to do. If you've watched my channel, this channel is all everything I've done on YouTube. Not everything. I did stuff before under my regular name, but as Vigilante Williamson, all this has been post pandemic, and I have all but left it alone. I said, you know what? I'm not going to talk about it. So other people to talk about. It's a slippery slope. It's this, that, and the third. But man. And have you or anyone on the channel, Ogre Squatch says, seen the numbers of infected with the Delta versus endings? Can't find any percentage. Think it's the same survivability as the flu and before. I'm not sure. I haven't looked it up. I don't care anymore because they are already ignoring basic logic and have convinced other people of logic. So I'm not even looking up the efficacy of this shit because I already know where I stand. Don't get me wrong. I know that may sound to someone, hey, that's bullheaded. How do you already know? Well, I already know people are having issues. I have, like I said, someone in the medical profession. She's giving me anecdotes of people who have issues with some of their, we'll call it prevention methods. So I know that you should not mandate that for functioning when there's people who have issues. And by the way, there are people who are getting these quote unquote precautions done and still finding themselves cooped up. I also don't need to, we have the information of what happened with the mandates and the lockdowns and them not actually providing the help they're supposed to. Yet people, just like we talked about with Thomas, so people are not letting the results get away of what they want. They've been CNN told them, be scared of everything bad, and they believed it, and that's it. And I don't know what to do. I don't know. I wish I knew what to do. And John Powell says, nickname is for the cartoon because, man, I'm pretty hooked. And I don't know if he has a tattoo of Mama Michael Hickson. And yeah, I've seen that. I've done that. I've seen that with the flu deaths just magically disappeared the past couple years. He says nobody drew one for a friend. Oh, the recommendations before the pandemic when they were pressuring the governments to change their recommendations, which were based on 60 years scientific research. Science isn't science, and it hasn't been for a while. They say believe the science, but if a doctor doesn't go with the narrative, they're quack, even if they have information. It's all bullshit, man. This is all, man, there were years ago. You guys ever follow the channel? I know some of you guys are kind of conspiratorial, so to speak. It's a stupid phrase to use, but it's a channel called, I think, Really Graceful or Simply Graceful. It's a chick. She does a lot of stuff. And a few years ago, who knows, the video's still up. She reported on a story of this guy who worked for the CDC. I believe it was Atlanta CDC in 2018. He just went missing and disappeared and eventually declared dead. I'm not saying the guy was Arkansas-sided. I have no idea. None. But it's just interesting that happened. And then 2 years later, we're in the situation we're in. And yeah, science has its problems because humans, there's no system to prevent human corruption. As Michael Hickson said, people got paid to shill cigarettes. And people will get paid to shill a lot of evil shit. And whoa, I hope I don't get I hope the FBI doesn't knock me for all this shit. And actually, I didn't need the stuff for the squad because I actually already have Hobo Max. Yeah, I didn't need. You gave me more than I needed, bro. But I appreciate it because I got a lot of like I said, I actually have access to all the streaming services through my family. The only one I pay for is Hobo Max, HBO Max. I'm being funny. So I have legal access to most of this stuff. A couple things I don't. And you taught some stuff that I appreciate. But thank you, man. Appreciate it. Wait Down. Please again, check out. Let me see if he's done any better. My man, Wait Down. He's at 175. Thank you all for all your help. Getting them close to a quarter of the way there. This first day too. Cool. Hopefully we can get them there. At least I think you said 3 weeks. Hopefully, is it 3 weeks? Wait now. How long do you have? Hopefully we can get you there. Before I think we should. I think we'll be able to. Isn't it good? And listen, if you made the decision to get it, that's on you. It doesn't show the effectiveness I need to put something in my body, but everybody else has to make their decision. And nobody's telling anyone not to. I just want the ability. What happened to my body, my choice? Is my body my choice when you're aborting 20 million black people and committing basically eugenic genocide? But when I don't want something in my body, I'm just supposed to do it because the government said it. Fuck you. You kidding me? What happened to institutional racism? Aren't you always scared of that? Because you're the fucking institution. Shouldn't that be on you? Fuck off. By race, I mean human race. Fuck these people. But back to Islam's girl. She made the decision to get the jab because the medical stuff has put her at risk. Okay, medical issues. And she might really get really sick. Still might get it, but rather be like, okay. Have a lot of free time to read. Says, wait now. And people should be making their own decision, not getting yelled at. Agreed, Islington girl. Hobo Max. And yep, Mike Rickson laughing at Hobo Max. And wait now, saying seriously, every dollar is appreciated. When I was a kid, we had bubble gum that looked like cigarettes in Croatia. In Croatia, everything's cigarette. I know it's Russian. 3 weeks. So yeah, I think we should get them there in 3 weeks. I think we can do it. I believe in us. And Ogie is thinking, wait down again. Yeah, freedom, speech, jabs, the whole nine. Yeah. I don't care if you take it or don't. Just stop pressuring other people to do it. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to see. Matt, if you're there, feel free to kind of give me a heads up. Hit the button in the video because all I'm going to do is ruin your channel. I cannot. I don't have the spirit to change the subject to anything nefarious. So if you're still here, let me know in the private chat. Say, hey, give you a warning, and we can see myself. I'll still talk to you guys until that happens. But yeah, I'm nervous that I'm just gonna fuck your channel up because I'm so angry. I'm very angry about this shit. Very fucking angry. And it's gonna get way worse. There's no way around it. Whether you get it or not, it's personal. We should never be dehumanizing people. Media is awful. Yes. Yes, they are. And Stefan Molyneux, I'm not a big political. I can't be a political guy. And I don't even know everything about this brother. I don't know anything really about Stefan Molyneux. But I know he has a video that says cancel culture is a dress rehearsal for mass murder. And buddy, does it look like it is. And yeah, I am not a medical. Isn't it, girl? You're right to say that. I'm not a medical professional. And feel free to consult your doctor. And if Matt decides to take this down or edit this out, he's probably right to. Because I really, discussion is healthy. This is human. But we are in a communist global state, so you don't really have free speech anymore. You're not really allowed to think anything other than what they tell you. This is just a start. This is going to get insane and beyond the pale. And unfortunately, a lot of dumbasses that are encouraging this shit, they don't even realize what they're encouraging. They don't even realize it. They'll never get it until it hits them in the fucking face. And I don't know what to do besides pray. And I know a lot of people don't. I do. And I have been. But I mean, I know, hey, this might just be revelation. This might just be the end times. It might just be the mark, so to speak. That might just be what happens. I definitely think that chip is coming for your ass. How else are they going? There'll be too many. Oh, there's too many people going into spaces unjabbed. So yes, please, Matt, if you care about your channel, see me off, brother. Corporatist, not communist. It's corporatism posing as communism. It's both. It's both. Because everything is going to be in the name of the greater good. It's really authoritarianism by any name. Authoritarianism by any name. Yeah, we have a corporate oligarchy, and they are tightening their grip. They're tightening their grip. We all, if you don't know about the World Economic Forum and Agenda 2030, you might want to do some research on that. Ogie says last video on Stefan did before YouTube booted him. He had 3 long videos on Orange Man, which were incredibly sourced. And when it gets to media's hate for Orange Man, I'm not an Orange Man guy because I think he's controlled hops, honestly. But what they did, man. Matt, please save your channel because all I can do is talk about shit that pisses me off. Man. They normalized so many dehumanizing actions under the Orange Man. They're already saying, oh, it's not mandated. We're just going to test certain people with segregation. Yeah, it is. Segregation of people who want any freedom into sheeple. Sheep are just going to do as they're told to go along and get along. And I don't know what happens if, my new position right now is remote. If they say, hey, if you want to continue on here, we really need you to do this. You'll see a lot more of me on YouTube that day. I can tell you that. Because I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to have to be a pro YouTuber real quick. Because I'm not doing this shit. That's the only, if there's any measure of hope, is that you stand firm if that's not what you want to do. And listen, there's people in the chat. Isn't the girl said she did? That's fine. That's fine. But hey, isn't the girl, you may have to do it again. You may have to do it every year. And never liked Stefan, but never wanted him to be booted. I don't really know much about him. I've seen that video before. Love how people say conspiracy theory where the government has declassified many old plans. Operation Rex 84, Project Bluebeam, Project Bluebird, Agenda 21 became Agenda 2030, etc. Yeah, and conspiracy theory doesn't mean that what the theory that you have is incorrect. It just means it's just a word they use to shame people. It's just a shaming phrase. It doesn't even indicate whether or not something is true, at least by definition. Yeah, they're creating a caste system. Can I not say his name? Oh, Jesus. Matt, please save your channel. Please. Please come back and end this stream so you can save the channel. No, Jack, they're already. Yeah, the booster. Yep. You're going to do this every year. And you're going to have to get a chip to make sure you did it. That is where this is going. Everybody else, and you're going to be scared to it because guess what happens to the people who didn't do it? They'll be in camps at best and disappeared at worst. That's where we are, and that's where we're headed. And I don't know what's going to happen. And nah, bro, am I not supposed to say, Jesus Christ, I already said it. Matt, if you care about your channel and love it, you got to come back and in the stream, bro. Because the longer I go, the more I destroy the channel. Gonna move off the grid, move to Cambodia. I don't want to. I don't really want to move out the country either. I mean, I'm probably gonna be moving to Texas in the next 6 to 12 months. But I'm worried that Texas and Florida will just be mouse traps. Or fly traps, or like sticky paper for flies, where you get all the people in one place and then you could do a lot of other stuff. Ogie worries about the long-term effects of a non-FUTA or FDA-approved jab. Long-term issues are a real concern, and one of the pharmaceutical companies aren't setting up future drug needs. I guarantee. Well, I'm not going to even say what. You guys can guess how I was going to finish that. I'll let you guys guess, but that's a concern I share as well. Ogie will say that. Isn't the girl says not going to be a yearly jab? Not even a year, 8 months. Yeah, drove through Colorado and Nevada, wide open spaces. I see. So right now, I'm just hoping that I don't get Matt's channel yeeted. I don't know if he knows that I can't stop the stream. I hope if Matt is watching, if you can say something in the private chat, say, hey, I'm about to play the video and see you out, and I will leave because the stream will go on forever. And yeah, look how red, because we're both at NC, and they're bringing mass back to your employment indefinitely. Also trying to phase out cashiers and replace them with the kiosks, which they've been trying to do for years and years. Luckily, my boss, even though I'm leaving the place, it was a boomer con. So she was anti-mask. Say was. She still is for the next week or so. But she's a boomer con, so I was cool on that. And now I'm working remotely again, and I got to do better this time and not eat myself to death because I got to get this weight off of me. Yep, and the farmer does have immunity for the jab, so they can just destroy whatever they want. And of course, we'll ignore it. That was smart for a government to do. It just lets you know the fix is in. And the kiosk game is here to stay, yeah. So hopefully Matt comes back and realizes this stream will go on forever if he doesn't end it. So I'm gonna hit the private chat. Let him know, hey, ready. You have to. So let them know, hey, I'm ready to end the stream, but you have to. I don't want to. If all I'm going to do is get Matt's channel yeeted, that's all I'm going to do. And because that's all I can talk about. There was no joke. A kiosk in the Mickey D's at the Fail Mart, 4 feet from the counter. Wow. It is the stream that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friends. I'm sorry. So many Mickey D's. You want me to come on so you can talk about movies and not get yeeted? Let me know. Nah, I'm ready. It's been 2 hours. I'm ready to go. I just can't stop it. And so I don't know if Matt knows that. I let him know, and he didn't really acknowledge it. I know he's sick. I really hope he realizes I cannot end the stream. I pray on everything that's holy. He realized not only that I cannot end the stream, that I cannot bring you on. No, I can't. I really can't. I could send you the link, but you would just be in the background. I had no meaning to bring you on. I really hope. Yeah. It's ever ready Vigilante just keeps going and going and going and going. Yeah. I just can't stop, says Michael Hickson. Yeah. SOS Matt. I hope Matt is doing okay. I really do. I'm gonna message him on the Discord. Say, hey man, rate in when you are. I can't end the stream. Channel. Okay. It's really a sad thing that they've hindered free speech so badly. That just saying basic facts are outlawed on this platform. They're a public company. No, they're not. They're not a private company. I was right the first time. They're a public company. It's all state sponsored at this point. These are state sponsored corporations manipulating us into a fucking corporate oligarchy. What in the world? I'm going into my what the fuck? Okay, I am going into my server for the first time in a while. What in the fuck is going on in my server, guys? Anyone who has access, please let me know. I'm used to seeing a bunch of stuff from Mando. Shout out to Mando Mert. But there's like bowls of weed. There's like a fucking cookie that got nutted on. What is happening? What is happening? Jesus. I don't know what's happening in my fucking guys got me ready to shut down my Discord. This is insane. So weight down or old squash to weight down is like a regular McDonald's with half the calories. They're the ones in Walmart. We have a supersized Walmart in my town. So not many have it, but it's a little counter and a small seating area. My little long-term hope is Mars will be the new USA. It doesn't matter if we go on a different planet. People are still fucked up. I think the menu is a little too scaled down too. Says Islington girl. Worse than simply telling you that certain facts can't be spoken on air, it's the fact that they decide at will what the facts are. Yeah. We are in 1984. They can rewrite history. They can do anything. I gotta stop, man. I'm hoping Matt saves this channel. I'm hoping Matt saves this channel, or at least realizes, hey, stream can't end. And I don't know what to do. If we go, let me see. If I get to 8:30 and no Matt, I gotta just leave this blank and just let them know, hey, I left to save you. No, well, we're in 1984. I think we're in 1987. But I get what you're saying. Like, we're before 1984, right before it, but before it. That's probably fair. There's really no time because it doesn't matter. Oh, Matt's back. Okay. Thank God. Okay. No, I'm not trying to bring you in. I just want to end the stream, bro. I need you to end the stream. I can't bring you in. But yeah, if you could just hit the video and give me a second to talk everybody out. I appreciate everybody who joined the stream, who stuck with me. I hope Matt's channel will stick around. I tried to be as coded as possible and as professional as possible. But thank you, everybody. Thank you, Islington Girl, The Wake Down. Please support the brother, The Wake Down. Michael Hickson, I appreciate it. He's not back. I don't think he's conscious because Matt says he's unconscious roughly 3 feet away from his toilet. I think that's still his state. Michael Hickson, Olga Squasher 101, thank you again for your donation, not just to Matt, but to me. Salute the colonizer, says Sentient Dildo, who was the first guy in the stream. Shout out to anybody else. Please blame my head, not my heart. We are the Culture Confires, even though we're down 1. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged, share and subscribe. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for time. Good night and God bless. Matt, if you are listening, please hit the video and peace, everybody.